Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the Universe channel, and today we are back with the latest LEGO news for 2025. Now, of course, before beginning the video, I just want to say that if you enjoy and want to keep up to date with all of the latest LEGO news from me, then make sure to subscribe, as well as like the video and turn on notifications, as well as follow me on Instagram and join my Telegram channel. Links to both of those will be down in the description below. But with that being said, everyone, let's get right into it. We've got lots of new exciting information to go over in today's video. So let's begin by first off taking a look at the official pictures for the brand new LEGO Fast and Furious set, which is going to be under the Speed Champions lineup, and that is set number 77241, the Too Fast, Too Furious Honda S2000. This one is going to include 300 pieces, and it will be retailing for $27, releasing for June 1st. You do get one minifigure in the set as well, being Suki herself, to coincide with her car. And overall, I'm going to say that the actual S2000 looks absolutely incredible. I think LEGO did a great job on this one, and I think that this will look absolutely amazing on display next to the other two Fast and Furious sets that we currently have at the moment. There are also some printed pieces that are in this set as well. However, it does also feature quite a lot of stickers as well, which is unfortunate. And here's a closer look at that Suki minifigure. As you can see, it's very detailed. She's got some really nice torso printing, as well as some very detailed leg printing as well, which I really do appreciate from LEGO. And then next up, we did actually get the full official reveal for the brand new LEGO Lord of the Rings the Shire set. This one is going to be set number 10354, and it is going to include 2017 pieces, where it will retail for $270, releasing for April 2nd if you're a LEGO insider. I'm not going to spend too long on this set because there are reviews already out of the set, and I'm pretty sure that most of you have probably watched the reviews of this right now. However, I do want to give my overall thoughts and opinions on it. I think it's a good set. I will definitely buy it because it's the cheapest Lord of the Rings set yet. However, it's definitely not the best value for your money. This is probably the most expensive set looking at for what you're actually getting, because Rivendell and Barad-dûr, whilst are both very expensive sets, you get a lot of stuff in them, and I think the price is actually justifiable for those two sets. But this one, I think $270 is way too much. You do get 9 minifigures in the set, and all of them look really good. However, I just think the price point really just puts this set down, in my opinion, and I will personally be waiting for a sale. So moving on, we actually have a brand new LEGO gift with purchase that has been revealed, and this one is going to be available from April 1st, and it is set number 40763, the Children's Day Teddy Bear. This one is going to include 238 pieces. Now, as for the threshold, we're currently not sure at the moment. However, I don't think it will be too much, probably around 50 to 60 pounds on any LEGO theme, and you should be able to get this set. But overall, I think it's quite nice. It's a cute build for a teddy bear. And also, I really like the side builds for this set, especially the glasses that are included as well, which you can actually put on the bear. I think that looks really nice and cute overall. Also, a quick reminder that my free to enter competition is now live in partnership with Brit News, where you will have the chance to win the LEGO Miles Morales vs. the Spot set, where you can enter for free. All you have to do is go to Brit News. Link to them will be down in the description below. And then if you do end up buying the membership, which is only $5 Australian, you will be entered into the monthly draw competition for a chance to win the Captain America vs. Red Hulk set from Brave New World. And then if you do enter that competition, you will be automatically entered into the monthly draw competition and have a chance to win the Avengers Tower. So you could potentially be winning 3 LEGO Marvel sets. Now, I did say that it costs $5 Australian to enter, as you do have to pay for the membership. However, for this month and this month only, if you use the code UNIBRIX40, that will get you 40% off. So you will only pay $3 Australian to enter, which is an absolute steal of a deal. But with that being said, everyone, let's continue with the video. Anyways, moving on, thanks to Lego Fiesta on Instagram, we actually got a look at all of the new 7 builder minifigures, which are going to be available very soon. So the first one that we have is this character right here in a bunny outfit. Overall, I think it looks very nice. I wish it had some leg printing, but the torso printing is very good. And I think it is a very nice Easter-based minifigure there, especially with the eggs in the sort of bag at the front of the torso. I really like that detail. We've got this minifigure with a pepper costume on, and you do also get a parrot as well as the accessory. And here's what the torso printing looks like, which I think is pretty good. No leg printing, however, I think because the pepper mold covers the legs, it's not too much of a big deal. Here's the next minifigure, which overall I think looks really nice. Absolutely love that leg printing, and also the torso print is really good as well. And then the next minifigure has some really nice torso printing there with all of the bees, and also that nice molded helmet piece there. And then this minifigure does also come with the wings as well in translucent white. And then here is the next minifigure, which overall again looks really good. The leg printing on this one again is absolutely phenomenal, and also it has a very nice torso as well. And I do quite like the hat hair combo piece that they've got for the minifigure. And then the next minifigure is this one, which is probably my least favorite minifigure out of all of them. It's just quite generic and not as exciting as all of the other ones. But overall, I think that this one is very nice overall. It's got some good printing on the torso. However, like I said before, and I will say it again, I wish it had some leg printing. And then here is the last minifigure, which overall looks quite nice there. Love that torso printing. The face print is actually quite nice as well. And here's what the back of the torso looks like there. I really love the tiger face that's been printed on the back. And then moving on to Lego icons. We've actually got some very exciting information regarding a new Lego icon set that we are going to be seeing for later this year. And it's one that we didn't expect at all, releasing for June 1st. And that is the number 10351, and that is the Sherlock Holmes book nook. And it will be retailing for $120. Will it be coming with minifigures? Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I had to say it. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I think this is going to be a really good selling set, and it is a massive and pleasant surprise. And then moving on to Lego Star Wars, we've got a bit of an update regarding a few sets, with the first one being the brand new Lego UCS Death Star. I feel like we've been talking about this set so much recently, but it's set number 75419, and it's going to include 9,021 pieces, retailing for $1,000, and it will be releasing for this October. So the piece count has now been confirmed. I think that 9,021 pieces is overall a decent amount. I'm assuming that there will be a lot of big pieces as well, like panels and such, to sort of make the outside of the Death Star. But as for whether it's the Death Star 1 or 2, we're not really sure yet. However, I just have a feeling it will probably end up being Death Star 1. And then we also have a brand new Lego tile that's been revealed. And this is going to be an exclusive tile, so it will be very hard to get your hands on. The description of the tile and how to get it is down below the image. And then also we have a bit of an update regarding set number 75407, the Star Wars logo. So this one is going to include 700 pieces, and it will be retailing for $60, and it will release for May 1st. Now, the logo that it's going to be is this one right here. So it's going to be a black base, and it will have the yellow border. However, apparently the T on the star is going to be a bit different in comparison to the rest of the build, and it's going to have some lever function, and it will have no minifigures and will be an 18+ set. And we do also have a bit of an update regarding the Lego Star Wars May the 4th promo for 2025. Now, it was originally rumored to be an escape pod, however, that was inaccurate information. Instead, we are going to be getting set number 40765, the Kaminoan KE8 Enforcer ship with 190 pieces. This is coming from Get Cooped, who is pretty reliable, and it will be including 3 clone minifigures in red uniforms, and it will be available from May 1st. As for what the price threshold to get this set is, probably going to be around £130. I think that is what it usually is. But anyways, moving on to Lego Ninjago. Thanks to Fateful, we've got a slight update regarding the future of Lego Ninjago for 2026. So Lego Ninjago will actually be getting 23 sets in total for next year. And then the same thing with Lego Minecraft as well. We've got a bit of an update regarding how many sets we are going to be getting for next year, and that is going to be 16 sets in total for 2026. And then moving on to Lego Friends, we've got a bit of information regarding a few sets. So let's get into it, with the first one being set number 42674, and that is the Friends D2C. This one is going to be retailing for $100, releasing for June 1st. As for what it is at the moment, we are currently unsure. We've also got a bit of an update regarding set 42671, the Plant Cafe and Flower Shop, with 1,138 pieces, retailing for $90. And thanks to Fateful, we've got a bit of a description for this one. So the set features a beautiful blue cafe filled with plants and flowers. There's a white table for visitors outside and inside the 3-story building. To the right of the cafe is a flower store with a white dome and shelves with flowers. The set also includes a small yellow streetcar. Very interested to see this one. I think that it sounds like a very intriguing set, and also the color schemes as well seem to be very nice, and it should be a nice vibrant set to add to your Lego collection. And then we also have a miscellaneous set that we are going to be getting, which is going to be set number 40807, the birthday numbers, retailing for $20, and this one will be releasing for June 1st. This is coming from Fateful as well. Quite interested to see how this one looks. However, it won't be any major set, as it is going to just be a small miscellaneous one. And then moving back to Friends, we've actually got another Friends set that we are going to be getting, being set number 42658, and that is the Pool Party with a unicorn and a flamingo. This one is going to include 99 pieces, retailing for only $10 on June 1st release. And the set includes a flamingo shaped pool boat, a small white unicorn, a pineapple shaped building with a music player and speakers, and a sun lounger. The set comes with 2 mini dolls. As for who they are, we are currently unsure, but this sounds quite interesting. I think for $10, I mean, you can't really go wrong with this one, even if it looks like crap. I think $10 is a decent price, and you're getting 2 mini dolls as well. And then moving on to Lego City, again thanks to Faithful, we've actually got a bit of an update regarding the 2 new Lego Arctic Explorer sets that we are going to be getting, including full descriptions. So the first set that we have is set number 60470, and that is the Arctic Explorer Express Train. This one is going to include 1,517 pieces, retailing for $200, releasing for June 1st, and the description for the set is the following. So the set includes a train with a single car and an icebreaker at the front. The train can be connected to a remote control. It emerges from a tunnel in a snowy mountain cliff with a waterfall, with a play feature where boulders can fall onto the train. The set also includes railroad tracks, a small loading station with a rail cart, and a small loader vehicle. I think with the description, the price actually seems kind of justifiable, but we're gonna have to wait and see images before we can make our final judgments. And then the last set that we have is number 60471, the Arctic Explorer Science Truck, which is going to include 1,057 pieces, retailing for $110, releasing for June 1st. So the set includes a truck in orange, navy blue, and white with 6 large wheels with white rims and a sea telescope mounted on top of the cockpit, space for 2 containers and antennas. The set also includes a snowmobile and a cliff with a boulder on top and a wolf's den underneath. The set comes with 4 minifigures, a snowmobile driver, a girl with a camera, a truck driver, and another crew member. And then moving on to Lego Harry Potter, again thanks to Faithful, we've actually got a bit of an update regarding some new sets that we are going to be getting, with the first one being set number 76458, the Harry Potter retailer exclusive. This one is going to include 548 pieces, retailing for $70, and it will be releasing for June 1st. And then moving on to set number 76457, so that we did cover in the previous video, and that is going to be Hogsmeade Village. However, we do now have the piece count thanks to Faithful, and that is going to be 3,228 pieces, and this one is expected to release for September 2025. Now, I will say that the piece count is quite high. Now, I want to compare this with the Diagon Alley microscale set that we just saw recently come out. That had about 2,700 pieces. Now, Hogsmeade is significantly smaller than Diagon Alley, so that makes me wonder if this is actually going to not be a microscale version. This might be a big version of Hogsmeade, which I am really hoping sort of in the same scale as the big Diagon Alley. I think that would be really great if Lego were to do that instead. And then we have a bit of an update regarding set number 76451, and this is the Privet Drive Aunt Marge's Visit. This one is going to include 639 pieces, retailing for $90, and it will be releasing for June 1st. So we actually do have a full description of the set, which I'm going to go over just now. So essentially the house, it is fully enclosed. You can actually open it up. It's on hinges. And at the back, you do actually get the conservatory, which is great because Lego completely missed that out on the previous version. You do also get a few minifigures in the set as well, being Harry Potter, all 3 of the Dursleys, of course, and Aunt Marge. And of course, this set is based off the beginning scene of The Prisoner of Azkaban, where Aunt Marge floats away. So I'm really glad that they did actually include the back of the house as well, so we can get that conservatory. And also, Aunt Marge is not using a new piece. She's actually using this existing piece right here, which is the Earth Globe that appeared in one of the recent Lego Technic space sets, which I think is a very clever part usage for her round torso in this set. And then comparing it to the previous Privet Drive set, you don't get the Ford Anglia, which I think is fine because it's not in that scene anyways. But the actual house itself, it's a lot less detailed from the exterior. So for example, on this set, the roofing is a lot more detailed. However, on the new version, it's just basically plates with a few tiles on. And then moving on to the Lego Nike collaboration. So we've known about this for a while now, ever since they did announce it. But we now know that we are going to be getting one Lego set for this partnership, and it is actually going to be the buildable Air Max trainer. Now, as for which version of the Air Maxes it's going to be, we're not sure yet. However, we should be seeing another announcement from Lego and Nike very soon, addressing this and announcing the set. But if I had to guess, it would probably end up being the Air Max 1. It just seems like an obvious choice, or the Air Max 90. However, a few honorable mentions I want to say. Air Max 95s would be a really great pair, and also the Vapor Maxes as well, because it's all bubbles on the bottom of the trainer. And then also moving on to Lego Pokemon, we've got a bit of unfortunate news. So if you live in one of these countries that I'm listing on the screen right now, there's a lot of countries as you can see, so I'm not going to read them all out. You will not be able to get the Lego Pokemon sets because Lego will not be distributing the sets out in those regions. And then also for next year regarding Pokemon, thanks to Botanicons 3, we are going to be getting apparently 5 or 6 sets for the first half of the year based on Pokemon, and one of those is apparently going to be a buildable Pikachu, which I think is great to hear. I think it was a very obvious thing, and I think a lot of people were expecting that as well, but nonetheless, really happy to hear that news. But with that being said, everyone, this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed, then why not subscribe as well as like the video and turn on notifications, as well as follow me on Instagram and join my Telegram channel. Links to both of those will be down in the description below. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about all of the latest LEGO news that we've covered in today's video. I'll talk to you guys soon, so peace out, see you later, and bye-bye.